Hello guys and welcome to episode 24 of the Road to London 2017 series. First and foremost, I apologise, I've had a really busy last couple of weeks, as you'll hear in this video, so that's why there hasn't been an episode for quite a while. I think it's actually 2 weeks since the last episode. So, just before I left you last time, I said I was going to have some big post-London news. Not really relevant to the series, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because you're getting an insight into my life. So I've actually entered a race for post-London in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to compete in Disney's Wine and Dine 10K in Epcot. And there's some even more interesting news in this. My dad is actually going to come and run the race with me because he was coming out with me out to Orlando because I didn't really want to go on my own. So he decided to come with me as the cat walks in front of the camera. He decided to come with me and do it, and he was deciding he wanted to get fit anyway, so he's decided he's going to run the race. I've actually wrote his training program, so I've actually made it so that he should be able to run it fairly easily, and he's going to train and he's going to run it with me. So that's some big post-London news. Now, since I last spoke, I've actually had a bit of a manic week. Last week I actually ran 3 races in, I think it was 6 days in total. I started with an 800 metres at the London Indoor Games, which you heard me talk about in previous videos, and I actually achieved something amazing there. I was really happy with my time. I ran a new personal best overall, so that's indoors and outdoors. I've run my quickest time ever at 2:17, which is basically 2 seconds quicker than my previous PB, and just an amazing start to the track season for 2017, because this was my first track race of 2017, so that's a good way to start as you mean to go on. Then just 3 days later, on the Wednesday, I actually ran a mile indoors. Not a very well run distance by me in terms of I don't run it very often, but I have run it on one previous occasion, the AAA meeting last year. I took part in the AAA mile, which was combined with our disability championships, so I had run it and I had run 5:07. I actually ran 5:09, which, if you know my balance issues, it's actually quite impressive indoors to be that close to my outdoor time. So I was actually very impressed with that, considering I'd only run 3 days previously. So that was really a top performance as well. I did actually make a few minor errors, but they're just early season errors. I think we can basically learn from them and improve onwards. My coach was actually watching me in both of those races at Lee Valley, so he has given me tips and we're going to work on some stuff. I haven't actually done any speed work, so this was kind of short of the little bit that I did in Australia, but this is kind of like a good baseline, so that's what we'll do. And then the final race I actually did last week was I went and did the British University Cross Country Championships, the Bucks Championship in Sheffield. I did okay, I didn't come last, and it was just effectively for fitness and junk miles. I have, as I said previously just then, I have some slight problems with my balance, so the big sort of quagmire that was the mud was a bit of a problem, and I actually had to run the over and hurdle some hay bales that were on the course as well, because the mud was so thick they had to put hay bales and things. I did actually take a little bit of a tumble, but I bounced back up. It was probably a better performance than last year at the British University Championships for cross country, so I'm quite happy with that. My next race will be on the 18th of February in Sheffield. I'm going to run in the British University Indoor Championships for UCFB, so anyone who's up there, come say hi if you see me. Anyway, so I'm running in that, and the next bit is I will be going to speak to my coach tomorrow, and we will start to plan my outdoor season, because the deadline for the World Championships has been announced. If you want to know that deadline, go on British Athletics website. So that's the deadline that I will have to work to in order to make this London 2017 dream work. So thank you for watching this video. Oh no, before I go, I actually had another bit of big news. I managed to achieve the Ron Pickering Memorial Fund recently, which is a fund for supporting athletes made in memory of Ron Pickering. For those of you who don't know who he is, look it up on Google. But I would like to thank them for supporting me, and obviously SportsAid, who I've mentioned in previous videos, I'd like to thank them for supporting me. So that was a lot of help. They gave me £150, which, as I said, I'm training hard, I'm working towards things, and that does cost money, so money doesn't grow on trees, sort of thing. So I'd like to thank them, and obviously SportsAid. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.